Bound by Fate and Blood by Jenna O'Malley. The Merna Annals, Book 1.
Chapter 20. Christian.
Chapter 22. Nephtyri. Nephtyri tore from Shimon's laboratory. Christian rested in a tiny room across from Frey's chambers and 2 floors above hers. She hoped Christian would be well enough to explore and mingle, to know her world and its people. The fevers prohibited such fancies further. Rochelle kept at Nephtyri's heels. Plague? Pox. Same thing, different century. Shimon said from steps behind them. Kufimra Arya needs to hurry. The Fairy King? Rochelle hesitated at the door, grabbing Nephtyri's arm. You want Arya to heal this human? Other than the longing in your heart, what makes him so important? Rochelle, we do not have time for this. I adore you, my turnling, but even your walls have ears. Rochelle scoffed. You are still a dancing fool. Slurred, cackling, and drunken, staggering chorused in the stairwell to silence the argument. Malice slinked around the archway, waving her hat. Shelley, your beloved wolf boy is here. Nephtyri, you have a mess to clean up. Do not blame me for the other covens and clans arriving so late. Abraxas sent the invitations. Enough, Shimon added. Yes, please. Frey closed the door to Christian's room. How do you expect him to rest with all this noise? Rochelle, you're the one who can keep Bjorn sensible. Status, Nephtyri pressed. His leg wound spews pox where it healed, Shifera. Agility potions risk that side effect in humans carrying the condition, Shimon cursed. I cannot let any body not inoculated within these walls, especially if they are or were once human, to be safe. Nephtyri groaned and buried her face in her palms. All the covens might be coming. We have not seen each other together in nearly a century, under one roof, let alone this one. That'll be a lot of people to check. Frey added with a low whistle. Mon Cherie knows how to stop a show. Rochelle stated, seems fate prefers your needs. Nephtyri wanted to say more as Rochelle disappeared. They needed space. A warm hand landed on her shoulder and Frey greeted, I will see to my sister's ire. Go to him, Shifera. He asked for you and Shimon. Would you ask Voveries and the others sitting in Shimon's study to assist in setting up stations outside of Sancta Terra? Anyone needing treatment must quarantine. I will make a sample from Christian to make the solution for everyone in need. Shimon looked at Frey. Keep this quiet. How many sheets into the wind is he? Nephtyri asked. Frey cackled. Christian? Ha You will see. In the tiny room, Nephtyri picked up the bottle of port Frey left behind. Your leg will not enjoy this as much as your stomach, sir. Shifera, must we meet this way? His calf bandage wept and she cursed. When did this fever start? It hit fast. Partway through the meal. Easy, lass. I do not plan to not be here anytime soon. Shimon joined her. His outbreak is fresh, within a matter of hours. I thought scrubbing them until they bled would have stopped the spread. Christian accepted the bottle of port for a long swig. Shimon took a clean knife to the fire and heated it. Do not drink it all. We may need it to wash the wound. Wait, wash it after what? I need a sample, I said. And then we restart the healing process. Make what few gulps you take count and savor them under your tongue, Nephtyri instructed with flat emotion. How hot is the blade, Creo? Only to the touch. Not enough to brand his flesh. Christian went pale at Shimon's dry humor. Frey should have left the flask too. I will send more later, Nephtyri promised. Shimon nodded to her to keep Christian distracted. His voice was hoarse when he whispered her name. She eased with him into the mattress, their legs hanging off the side. He studied her face instead of the ceiling. His churning stomach did not want to witness what was coming out of his wound, or so she assumed. Shimon's quick work proved gentle but not kind. Nephtyri caressed Christian's cheek, her other hand intertwining with his against the blankets. Ask me your questions, as I assume you have many. Where did you send Lee and Harumi? To ensure all elders receive the invitation for our meeting, all but one has replied, so we have allies. She reached for the wound in his abdomen. While it felt warm, she assumed it related more to the fever and not the pox spreading there too. Does this one hurt? Not that I can tell over the... He jolted hard and howled in anguish. Stop clenching, Sunwalker. Shimon coaxed. Nephtyri wrapped herself around Christian. In through your nose, and ask me another question as you breathe out your mouth. Tell me about this place. As you saw, it's a hidden fortress. The enchantment Rochelle and I recited allows all newcomers to find it forevermore until they are otherwise disenchanted to do so. Another spell? Yes. This place is sacred, and where we can hide under nature's beauty, in safety, with her blessing. And we shall, so long as Nephthys and her fellow Ilihifora are willing to provide for their children, Shimon chimed in with a smirk. Almost finished. Nephtyri stroked the locket on Christian's chest, and his hand slid over hers. She whispered, "The Ilihifora are the forgotten gods of old who invested their magic into our original elders. Who is our Sinway? My great-grandmother. Cleopatra's sister, the last true pharaoh of Egypt, chosen by her people to reign and die in exile." Nephtyri untwisted the length of chain around his neck. As on the strumpet's steps, his knuckles turned white. A phoenix reborn by the forgotten divine to fight those who would destroy magic. No wonder you are beautiful and strong. His sheepishness melted into another groan. "Good news! You will live." Shimon tossed the blade aside. "Bad news, you are sequestered here until further notice." "Not everyone is safe around me with the pox?" Christian asked. "We would rather play cautiously." "Do you have enough samples for those who need treatment?" Nephtyri asked. "More than enough," Shimon replied. "I have other tests I might need samples for later." "Anything," Christian promised. "Good. Steady yourself." Before Christian could ask why, the port's remnants trickled in a controlled stream into the wound. He gritted through the pain, hissing instead of screaming. Nephtyri lulled him to transfer whatever pain he could to her. A sing-song lullaby hummed from her, distracting him from Shimon's application of bandages next. When he was finished, he gathered his materials and said, "Shifeda will see to you from here, Baron." "Thank you, Creo," Christian whispered, trembling. "I will provide whatever comfort I can. However, Kufimra Arya will visit with you upon his arrival. Hopefully he can take the illness when he leaves." Knowing how Arya's attempts failed when he tried to heal Maria's vision, the Coven sage did not have the heart to break a pained spirit no more than Nephtyri did, not when Christian faced so many losses. If a way exists, he will know what to do. Nephtyri spared Shimon a thankful glance as he departed. She dropped her contact with Christian. "We should tuck you in for a day. I apologize for taking you away from Udan Shife. I have not been the greatest at keeping you informed either, so consider us even." Nephtyri folded down the covers. "The distance you place between us has been noticeable, Shifera." He was inescapable and unwanted. She giggled under the pressure of his probing words while helping him undress to near nakedness. His skin was on fire with the fever. "You are observant for a nobleman. To forget a deal is to lose time, never to be regained." Christian climbed between the bed sheets. "Before you disappear again, though, tell me who this Arya is. I think you mentioned him, but I cannot remember clearly." She daubed a cool compress on his forehead and slid a second across his neck. "The Fae King and I are childhood friends, you could say. I'm one of a few who recalls when he had his wings. I shouldn't be surprised of winged Fae being as real as you and the other immortals. I understand you have a lot to learn and accept." She rubbed the same sleeping serum into her palms, but he stopped her when recognizing the smell. "Oh no, you are not putting me to sleep this time." "Christian, I have to break the fever." "Not yet, lass. If you want me to fight this war with you, I need to know why you both avoid and keep me around." "I cannot." Christian added, "I have nothing left to lose, but I need to understand what gain exists between us from your perspective." The dire truth stung harder than he knew. "If I am part of this coven, treat me as one of your own." "I do not understand the dreams. The ones I have of us." Tyri. The nickname ripped her heart apart, and the way he kissed her palm spellbound her. "Reality is sometimes sweeter and just as cruel." She said, "We cannot do this. Please." He asked, "What makes you stay away?" "You must understand I am not my own person. I cannot think and act for myself." Her hands reached for his temples a second time, and he amused her. "You care so much for others, yet I would see you care for yourself as much." The serum launched him into a feverish slumber under her plea for forgiveness.